God's chosen one. Hear the urgency of heaven. In 48 hours, your life will shift. What has seemed delayed will move. What has felt locked will open. What has appeared barren will begin to bloom. You are standing on the edge of a divinely appointed transition. A new season is not coming, it is being unlocked. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the Wazayad, chapter 43, verse 19. This is not imagination, God's chosen one. This is revelation. Heaven has declared a timeline over your life, and the countdown has begun. 48 hours may seem sudden, but sudden shifts are the specialty of God. In one night, Israel left Egypt. In one moment, Joseph was summoned from prison to palace. In one day, Saul the persecutor became Paul the apostle. God's chosen one. Sudden does not mean random. The shift that appears overnight is the result of years of hidden preparation. The prayers you prayed, the tears you shed, the obedience you carried, the tests you endured, all of them have built to this moment. 48 hours is not the start of blessing. It is the unveiling of what has already been decreed. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. The appointed time is now. The lingering has ended. The waiting is over. Heaven is unlocking what was sealed, releasing what was restrained, birthing what was promised. God's chosen one. Do not miss this moment through unbelief. When the Israelites stood at the edge of the promised land, some saw giants and retreated. But Joshua and Caleb saw promise and advanced. 48 hours from now, what you choose to see will determine how you step. See faith, not fear. See promise, not problem. See destiny, not difficulty. We live by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. Faith must be your vision in this moment. Faith must be your anchor. For the shift will not look like what you expected, but it will be what you prayed for. God often wraps answers in unexpected packaging. Think of Elijah on Mount Carmel. He prayed for rain, and the answer began as a small cloud the size of a man's hand. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not dismiss subtle signs. The shift may look small at first, but within 48 hours, the downpour will come. God's chosen one. New seasons require new mindsets. You cannot carry wilderness thinking into promised land living. You cannot hold onto yesterday's fear if you want tomorrow's faith. You cannot cling to old wounds if you desire new wonders. The Spirit says, release the old, for the new is unlocked. Release bitterness, for it will poison your new. Release doubt, for it will weaken your step. Release regret, for it will chain you to yesterday. 48 hours is too short a time to waste on what is already gone. God's chosen one. Prepare yourself. Pray with urgency. Worship with expectation. Speak with authority. Act with readiness. A new season is not unlocked by accident, it is unlocked by alignment. Align your heart. Align your faith. Align your steps. For heaven is aligning with you. God's chosen one. Understand this. When heaven declares a 48-hour shift, it is not only about circumstances, it is about identity. You will not only step into a new season, you will step into a new version of yourself. Trials carved you, storms shaped you, waiting refined you. Now the Lord says, "Rise, for I have made you ready." The one who is victorious will inherit all this, and I will be their God, and they will be my children. Revelation, chapter 21, verse 7. Victory is not an event. It is an inheritance. The shift of 48 hours is not simply a doorway. It is an inheritance being handed to you. You are not merely moving into a new place. You are stepping into your rightful portion as a child of God. Think of Joseph. The robe was stripped. The pit was deep. The prison was long, but in one day Pharaoh called for him. 48 hours ago he was forgotten. 48 hours later he was exalted. The crown did not erase the scars, but the scars proved the crown. Think of Esther. For years she lived hidden in the palace, but within a short span of time, a decree of death was reversed and she stood as deliverer of her people. What looked like coincidence was heaven as timing unlocking in due season. God's chosen one. Your scars are not disqualifications, they are qualifications. Your waiting was not wasted, it was woven into destiny. Your 48-hour shift is not random, it is the fruit of faithfulness. But hear this, new seasons demand new obedience. The same faith that carried you here must now be stretched for what lies ahead. Abraham left Ur, but when he entered Canaan, God still asked for his trust with Isaac. Every new season brings a new test, not to harm you, but to enlarge you. If you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good things of the land. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19. God's chosen one. Do not fear obedience in this season. For within 48 hours, the Lord will ask for a step of faith. It may look unreasonable. It may sound impossible, but it will unlock overflow. Like Peter stepping out of the boat, obedience will release miracles your logic cannot. Guard your heart, for the enemy knows a shift is coming. He will whisper lies in these hours. Nothing will change. You are imagining it. You are not worthy. But heaven answers louder. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Isaiah chapter 43 verses 18 and 19. Do not dwell. Do not replay old defeats. Do not rehearse old wounds. What is ahead is greater than what is behind. 48 hours from now, your life will bear witness to this truth. And prepare your environment. Clear away clutter, both spiritual and natural. Set aside distractions. Clean the altar of your heart. Ready your hands for new assignments. Ready your mouth for new declarations. Ready your spirit for new responsibility. God's chosen one. The shift you are about to experience will not be private. It will be visible. Just as Pharaoh saw Joseph, just as nations saw Esther, so others will see the change in you. They will ask, "What happened?" And you will answer, "The Lord has done it." The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. Psalm chapter 126 verse 3. Joy will mark this season. Peace will guard this transition. Favor will surround this shift. 48 hours is not long, but it is enough for God. For the God who spoke, "Let there be light," in a moment, is the same God who speaks, "Let the new season unlock" over you now. God's chosen one. 48 hours may feel short in human eyes, but for the God who holds eternity, it is more than enough. He does not need decades to transform destiny. He only needs a moment. In an instant, seas parted. Walls fell. Chains broke. Graves opened. What he has spoken will not delay. For no word from God will ever fail. Luke chapter 1, verse 37. You may ask, how will I know the shift has begun? Signs will appear. God's chosen one. Conversations will change. Doors that were closed will suddenly open. Opportunities you did not chase will chase you. Peace will rise in your heart even before circumstances shift. These are heaven's fingerprints marking your new season. But beware, when a new season unlocks, distraction will try to follow. Just as Nehemiah rebuilt the wall and enemies tried to lure him away, so too will voices try to pull your attention. Do not be deceived. Stay on the wall. Stay focused. Stay ready. I am carrying on a great project and cannot go down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and go down to you? Nehemiah chapter 6 verse 3. God's chosen one. This is your hour to say no to lesser things, so you can say yes to greater things. 48 hours is not a time to waste, it is a time to watch. Watch in prayer. Watch in worship. Watch in faith. For the enemy prowls, but so does blessing. And remember, new seasons bring new battles. Do not fear this. The God who shifts you also shields you. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy chapter 30, 1 verse 8. The shift is not only about breakthrough, it is about boldness. You will step where you once hesitated. You will speak where you once were silent. You will act where you once retreated. The new season demands a new posture, and the Spirit is empowering you even now. Think of Joshua. For 40 years he served in the shadow of Moses. But in a moment the mantle shifted. Within days he led Israel across the Jordan. The same man who once waited now walked in authority. So too will you. Think of David. One day a shepherd, the next day anointed. His season shifted suddenly, yet his faithfulness in the field prepared him for the palace. Your hidden years have not been wasted. They have trained you for what is now unlocked. Think of the disciples. They fished ordinary nets until Jesus said, "Follow me." In an instant, their entire future changed. Within 48 hours of obedience, they began walking into destiny that still echoes today. God's chosen one. Sudden shifts create eternal impact. What God unlocks in your life this week will not only bless you, it will ripple through generations. Children not yet born will walk in the fruit of your obedience. Nations you have never seen will be touched by the testimony of your faith. From one man he made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands. Acts chapter 17, verse 26. Your appointed time is now. Your appointed shift is here. Your appointed season has been unlocked. So lift your faith higher, God's chosen one. Praise before the promise fully arrives. Rejoice before the evidence is visible. Worship before the walls fall. For faith celebrates not after the fact, but before the breakthrough. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Your 48-hour shift is not about what you see, it is about what you believe. Believe it. Declare it. Align with it. And soon, your eyes will behold what your heart already knows. The new season is here. God's chosen one. When heaven announces that in 48 hours your life will shift, you must not only hear it, you must prepare for it. A new season unlocked requires a new vessel ready to receive. Wine cannot be poured into old wineskins. Fresh rain cannot be caught in broken jars. The blessing of a new season must be carried in the discipline of a new heart. Neither people pour new wine into old wineskins. If they do, the skins will burst. The wine will run out and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved. Matthew chapter 9, verse 17. God's chosen one. Ask yourself, am I ready to hold what God is pouring? Am I ready to manage what God is multiplying? Am I ready to guard what God is granting? Readiness is not about resources, it is about posture. A heart surrendered, a spirit alert, a mind renewed. The Spirit whispers, let go of the weight that no longer belongs. Fear, bitterness, shame, regret they cannot cross into this new season. If you carry them, they will weigh you down. Cast them aside, for you must run unencumbered. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. The race ahead requires speed. The shift ahead requires focus. Do not drag yesterday into tomorrow. Let go, God's chosen one. Release and be ready. And know this, in 48 hours, not everyone will understand your shift. Some will question it. Some will doubt it. Some will resist it. But your validation does not come from them, it comes from Him. Your season is unlocked by obedience, not opinion. Think of Noah. He built for a flood no one believed in. Think of Abraham. He left for a land no one else saw. Think of Mary. She carried a promise no one else understood. Your obedience will look strange to others, but it is the key to your unlocked season. God's chosen one. Do not be discouraged by misunderstanding. A crown often looks like madness before it is revealed. A calling often looks like confusion before it is confirmed. Trust the one who spoke, not the voices who doubt. And remember, with every new season comes fresh authority. The test you endured has qualified you for the territory you will now carry. Authority is not claimed. It is conferred. Heaven confers it on the faithful. Behold, I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions, and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. Luke chapter 10, verse 19. In this new season, authority will mark your words. Prayers that once felt weak will now carry fire. Declarations that once felt small will now shift atmospheres. Actions that once seemed ordinary will now release extraordinary impact. God's chosen one. Embrace this authority with humility. For it is not for self, it is for service. The power of a new season is not to magnify you, but to magnify Him through you. And prepare to walk in overflow. A new season does not open with scarcity, it opens with abundance. The first miracle of Jesus was not turning water into a sip, but into overflowing wine. The nets of the disciples were not filled with a few fish, but with so many that they began to break. When heaven shifts you, it is never into less, but always into more. So lift your expectation. Dream bigger. Pray bolder. Believe deeper. The season that unlocks in 48 hours will stretch your faith beyond its old limits, and as it stretches, it will strengthen. God's chosen one. Rejoice now. Rejoice not because you see everything, but because you know something. The God who spoke has not lied. The season is unlocking, and the countdown has begun. God's chosen one. The final word is this: the shift is certain, the season is unlocked, and the countdown has begun. Within 48 hours, you will step into what you have long awaited. Heaven has set the time, and no power of darkness can delay it. For the Lord Almighty has purposed, and who can thwart him? His hand is stretched out, and who can turn it back? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 27. When God purposes, no man can cancel. When God decrees, no enemy can resist. When God opens, no one can shut. Your life is about to bear witness to this unstoppable truth. God's chosen one. Take courage. The last hours before dawn are always the darkest. The fiercest winds blow just before breakthrough. If you feel pressure now, it is because release is near. Do not misinterpret the struggle. It is the birth pangs of a new season. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Psalm chapter 30, verse 5. Your morning is near. Your joy is rising. Your rejoicing is about to overflow. Prepare your heart with gratitude. Gratitude is the key that keeps doors open. Gratitude is the posture that multiplies blessing. Gratitude is the fragrance that draws heaven near. Thank Him now, before the shift fully arrives. Thank Him for what you see and for what you do not see. Thank Him for the promise and for the process. God's chosen one. Open your mouth and declare, my new season is here. My shift has come. My God has done it. Speak it until your spirit trembles with faith. Speak it until your atmosphere aligns with heaven. Speak it until doubt flees and courage rises. And now, let us pray. Father, I lift every chosen one before you. I thank you that their waiting is ending. Their season is shifting. Their destiny is unlocking. I ask that in these next 48 hours, you release sudden miracles, unexpected favor, divine appointments, supernatural breakthroughs. Let chains break, let doors open, let healing flow, let provision overflow. Protect them from fear, shield them from distraction, guard them from doubt. Surround them with angels, fill them with courage, strengthen them with hope. Let their eyes see what you are doing. Let their ears hear your whisper. Let their hearts burn with expectancy. And now, God's chosen one, receive this blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May His presence go before you, behind you, and within you. May the countdown of 48 hours bring miracles to your doorstep, testimonies to your lips, and joy to your spirit. May you step boldly into the unlocked season, carrying faith that cannot be shaken, hope that cannot be stolen, and love that cannot be quenched. God's chosen one, rise with confidence. Walk with courage. Speak with authority. For the clock is ticking, the heavens are moving, the earth is shifting, and your new season has already begun. He who calls you is faithful, and he will do it. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 24. Yes, he will do it. And in 48 hours, you will see it